What story else? This is the story that has dominated the international media scene right from when it broke early yesterday. And that's the auto crash involving Anthony Joshua. All right, Tinubu speaks with Anthony Joshua, offers condolences over associate's death. That's how the Guardian newspaper put the story. And NLC vows to reject unjust tax system. State police at Southeast, constitutional imperative, not political luxury. Adeleke Ayedatiwa signed 2026 budget as Ogun Assembly passes 1.668 trillion naira proposal. And Ezekume urges brand leaders to imbibe purpose, adaptability. Mike Ezekume is a senior advocate of Nigeria. Legal challenge threatens new tax regime ahead of January 1st, 2026 takeoff. And despite gains, CSOs raise sovereignty fears over Tinubu's silence on U.S. strike. And Kwara terrorist demands 500 million naira ransom as Nigerian Air Force kills several in Zamfara. And Sule signs Nasarawa's 545 billion naira budget as Kano passes 1.47 trillion naira plan. NNPP disowns Yusuf, says Kwakwanso will not join APC. And that toll rises to 5 as Lagos Island inferno rages days after outbreak. And troops snap 19 oil thieves, destroy 22 bunkering hubs in Niger Delta crackdown. We move on to the Punch newspaper now. U.S. airstrike, defense headquarters, step up, watch on fleeing terrorists. And British envoy governors visit Anthony Joshua in Lagos Hospital. NNPC open talks to sell stakes in assets. And on banditry, PDP Abdurazak trade blame as hoodlums flog female protesters. And 2027, leaders into APC, Kano supporters urge Kwakwanso. And Port Harcourt refineries supply 3,150 diesel trucks despite shutdown. And still on banditry, 8 killed in Kebbi attack, 16 abducted in Zamfara. Oguman kills stepbrother over 4,000 naira debt. And on politics, PDP draws battle line as Wike attacks Makinde Fubara. And back to the tax law, Reps caucus opposes rollout. Court battle begins Wednesday. And 7 journalists killed in Gombe Road crash. Sad one there. PDP's Oluyede excluded as INEC releases Ekiti governorship candidates list. Court rules LGs can access UBEC funds directly without state interference. And on PDP crisis, Wike rattled by slipping grip on Rivers, fears losing Tinubu's favor. And Tinubu confirms Joshua's coach, personal trainer, died in car crash. Tax Reforms Committee says new laws will resolve aviation sector challenges. We move on to the Tribune now. Anthony Joshua told me he's receiving the best care in hospital. That's from President Bola Tinubu. And on Ekiti Guba, PDP missing as INEC publishes names, details of candidates. Nigeria not at war, Finance Ministry reassures investors. And troops kill 80 terrorists, rescue 34 victims in multi-state operations. We move on to the Sun newspaper now. 2027, Wike accuses Makinde of hiding 30 billion naira donation from Tinubu. Ayedatiwa signs 2026 budget of 524 billion naira into law. That's the governor of Ekiti State. Kano Assembly passes 1.47 trillion naira budget, pays tribute to late colleagues. And food security push stalled by worsening insecurity. Anambra Zamfara lead state-level tax reform push. We move on to the Nation newspaper now. Boxing icon Anthony Joshua stable after fatal car crash. And Oyetola divests 77% equity in Gerico. Otedola divests 77% equity in Gerico power plant. Court summons CBN and NDIC over revocation of ASO Savings Union's homes. And Icon D7G pledges stronger defense collaboration in 2026. And on insecurity, SDP faults political interference in military operations. Federal government revalidates Ondo deep sea port in blue economy push. And tax laws won't push up airfares, as from the committee. Makinde destabilizing PDP for selfish reasons, says Wike. And this day newspaper is next now from former Governor Wike for Fubara, North Rivers APC leader. He decided late, re-election not guaranteed. And on road crash, Tinubu commiserates with Anthony Joshua. FRSC blames overspeeding. And EFCC arraigns ex-AGF Malami today over alleged 8.7 billion naira money laundering. And tax ombudsman to launch January 1 pledges impartiality, fairness to taxpayers. UN Secretary General urges global reset as military spending hits record high. And NNPC set to sell selected oil gas assets, invites bids. And court voids ex parte orders, faults petitioners for suppressing facts. We move on to New Telegraph now. Jang dismisses defection rumors, reaffirm PDP loyalty as Mufwang dumps PDP. Rivers workers, pensioners jubilate as Fubara releases 100,000 naira for Christmas. Tinubu extends sympathy to Anthony Joshua after fatal crash. And Tinubu speaks with Joshua, mother, others after Ogun crash. PDP reacts to Wike's media chat amid party crisis. Obi raises concerns over Anthony Joshua's accident, laments emergency response gaps. PDP reacts to Okuv taking that Adeleke signs 2026 appropriation bill into law. How federal government can achieve projected 60.97 trillion naira oil budget in 2026. right, we move on to Daily Trust now. And it has this headline: Yobe State kidney disease researchers detect metal in water samples. And Northern elders to Nigerians oppose FG's reckless borrowings. And regazetting tax laws illegal, that's lawyers. Kidney disease researchers detect metal in water sample. Women Affairs Minister flags up food intervention for Christmas period. Anambra Zamfara domesticate tax reforms. And kidnappers demand 500 million naira for construction workers. Bandit attack Kebbi community kills. Okay. And Kano governors planned defection unsettles Kwankwaso camps. National grid collapses again. That's from Daily Trust newspaper. All right, we move on to Vanguard newspaper now. And PDP crisis, Wike attacks Makinde, Fubara. And on the road crash, Anthony Joshua rushed to Duchess Hospital. 2 aides dead. And 2027, I'm better prepared to lead Nigeria, Peter Obi. Dollars to Naira exchange rate today. And staying with the Vanguard newspaper. Don't abandon your Christian faith, Mrs. Akume begs husband. And Nigeria records $4.6 billion balance of payment surplus in the third quarter of 2025. 2 dead, scores injured as truck rams into vehicles. DSS naps gang leader behind 2023 Professor Ephraim's murder. And on 2027, why I am better prepared to lead Nigeria, Peter Obi. 2027, Fubara has no political structure going to APC. Defection came too late, Wike. Fubara not Rivers APC leader, Wike. Makinde lied that I'm holding PDP for Tinubu, still Wike. We didn't work with versions of tax bill passed by reps. We delay. Alright, we move on to pen pushing now. Anthony Joshua in road crash on Lagos Ibadan Expressway. 2 people die. A sad story there. And Federal Road Safety Corps commences full investigation into auto crash involving Anthony Joshua. That's still from pen pushing. And still continuing with pen pushing, blackout as national grid collapses in Nigeria. And another auto crash story. 7 journalists die in auto crash while returning from wedding ceremony. Sad there. Egba Economic Summit Group visits Wasimi Airport to assess state of project. Well, for more of those stories, you can check out penpushing.com, your source of authentic news globally. We'll take a short break now. When we return, we will look at some of the stories in details. It's still Super Citizens newspaper review on Citizen 93.7 FM, Abuja. Please don't go away. The program returns in a moment.
our darkest hours. Yet we pull ourselves back from the brink every time. We are a resilient people. We are Nigeria. And when we talk, we share our views on Talk Radio 93.7, Citizen FM. A people united will never be defeated. Abuja. Wake up. Reach out. Speak up. Speak out. You are the voice of a new generation. And this is your station. Talk Radio 93.7 Citizen FM. Hello, Abuja. You are listening to 93.7 Citizen FM, the latest radio station based in Nigeria's capital. Our station seeks to broadcast a broad mix of culture and views with priority given to development programming to enable residents share ideas and opinions, music and drama. At Citizen FM, we believe in progressive talk and solution-driven conversation. Our aim is to build a united Nigeria by bringing people of diverse culture together through communication. Enjoy listening to 93.7 Citizen FM. We are more than just a radio station. We are a part of your life.
Citizen FM. Make we join our hearts to build a nation of our dream. Citizen FM. Citizen FM. Your problem is my problem and my joy is your joy. Citizen FM. Citizen FM. Make we join our hearts to build a nation of our dream. Citizen FM. Citizen FM. Your problem is my problem and my joy is your joy. Epa! The nation of our dream. Citizen FM. Citizen FM. Your problem is my problem and my joy is your joy. Citizen FM. Citizen FM. Make we join our hearts to build a nation of our dream. Citizen FM. Citizen FM. Yeah. Your problem is my problem and my joy is your joy. Epa! Citizen FM. Citizen FM. Shiki. Citizen FM, Citizen FM. The nation of our dream. Citizen FM. Citizen FM. Your problem is my problem and my joy is your joy. Citizen FM. Citizen FM. Make we join our hearts to build a nation of our dream. Citizen FM. Citizen FM. Yeah. Your problem is my problem and my joy is your joy. Epa! Citizen FM. Citizen FM. Shiki. Citizen FM. Citizen FM.
Abuja. Wake up. Reach out. Speak up. Speak out. You are the voice of a new generation. And this
is your station.
Talk Radio 93.7 Citizen FM. This is our journey. We have had our finest moments and our darkest hours. Yet we pull ourselves back from the brink every time. We are a resilient people. We are Nigeria. And when we talk, we share our views on Talk Radio 93.7 Citizen FM. A people united will never be defeated.
Nation of our dream. Citizen FM, Citizen FM. Your problem is my problem and my joy is your joy. Citizen FM, Citizen FM. Make we join our hearts to build a nation of our dream. Citizen FM, Citizen FM. Yeah. Your problem is my problem and my joy is your joy. Citizen FM.
Thank you so much for staying tuned. It's still Super Citizen Newspaper Review on Citizen 93.7 FM Abuja. And this is the second half of the show. The phone lines are open. You can call us on 0903 2229 797. That's 0903 2229 797. You can also call us on 0818 2222 205. And don't forget, you can send us a WhatsApp message if you don't want to make that voice call. All right, Mr. Salami is in the studio. Good morning, Mr. Salami.
Very, very, very good morning to you, Lawrence. And, of course, our super citizen listeners. Good morning.
All right. Mr. Salami is the Chief Operating Officer, Citizen 93.7 FM. And as usual, the second half of the show is his show. All right, let's start off, Mr. Salami, with the Guardian newspaper. This story broke yesterday. In fact, even the international media have been feasting with it. Tinubu speaks with Anthony Joshua, offers condolences over associates' death. President Bola Tinubu yesterday spoke by phone with Anthony Joshua, the Nigerian-British former heavyweight boxing champion, following the tragic accident in Ogun State in which Joshua was injured and lost two of his associates. And there's a quote from the president here. He said, "I spoke with AJ on phone to personally convey my condolences over the death of his two associates. I wish him well and prayed for him. He assured me that he's receiving the best care in the hospital. I also spoke with AJ's mother and prayed for her. She was very appreciative of my call. Additionally, I spoke to Governor Dapo Abiodun, who was in the hospital with them. The governor assured me that he will do everything possible to ensure AJ receives the best possible attention." Salam.
Yes, it was a tragedy. Tragedy in the sense that the world international boxer had an accident and lost his associates. Well, to those who died, may their souls rest in perfect peace. And to Anthony Joshua, I wish him a very, very speedy recovery. More than that, the question is, what was the cause of the accident? It is important, we know. Why? Because it will help us to avoid such occurrences on the Lagos-Ibadan expressway. I want to assert a guess, even though I do not like speculative journalism. I understand that his SUV rammed into a truck.
A stationary truck.
A stationary truck. There are so many questions. Was there any caution that a truck was in front and that truck was stationary? If there was a stationary truck on the highway, then apparently it must have broken down. Was there any caution to warn other co-travelers or drivers that in so kilometers to this place there was so? 2, was this overspeeding? I guess not. Let me leave the guess at that stage and allow the Federal Road Safety Corps to look into it, and please let us know precisely what was the cause of the sad incident. Once again, may the souls of the departed rest in peace.
All right, amen to that. But yes, yesterday the Federal Road Safety Corps issued a statement, at least an interim statement, saying that this is how the Daily Trust put the story: why vehicle carrying Anthony Joshua crashed, FRSA. The Federal Road Safety Corps Ogun State Command says the road crash involving Nigerian British boxer Anthony Joshua was caused by speeding and wrongful overtaking on the part of the driver. The spokesperson of the command disclosed this in a statement made available to journalists. And that's it. He explained that the accident happened around 12 p.m. in front of somewhere along Lagos-Ibadan Expressway. According to him, the accident was caused by excessive speeding and wrongful overtaking by the driver, who overtook from the right-hand side, thereby ramming into a stationary vehicle. That's it.
Lawrence, truth be told, I pray he recuperates on time. He should be charged. There must be consequence, regardless of the fact that he is a superstar, an international boxer. It only means that the driver must be charged for excessive speeding and overtaking from the right side of the road. He must be charged. Why am I saying this? Regardless of his status, there is a need for us to dish out appropriate punishment or reward. Our reward system is so bad that impunity has always been the order of the day, because there is no consequence. He himself or his driver, as it were, couldn't have done such a thing where he was coming from. Why is it that in this climb you always think that you could do anything? Why? Because of how we are, where we are, and how we live. There is no two ways about that. Since the interim report has indicated that the driver of the SUV in which he was traveling was overspeeding and was reckless, there must be consequence. And I'm saying this with all sense of responsibility.
Well, Mrs. Salami, I think I don't really think we should be overly emotional about stuff like this. Accidents do happen all over the world. People die in car crashes. People overspeed. Yes, there's a tendency for people to watch their speed limit. This is just because it is Anthony Joshua that is involved. Every day, people crash, even across the world. Footballers, stars, musicians. Just a few years ago, is it not last year, or even I think this year, the Portuguese footballer also in Spain with his brother, beautiful car, and they went on this over speeding, and before you know it, the car crashed and someone died. So it's I agree that if you infringe on the laws, you face the music, but these things won't stop just because it has happened to Anthony Joshua.
Lauren, do we say that because it won't stop, we should overlook it?
No, definitely not. And one thing yesterday I saw the video of the first responders to the scene, and I think Nigerians need to learn how to give first aid, how to rescue people from accident scene. It's something that every Nigerian should know. It's not something that should be left to road safety officials, NEMA officials, or Red Cross. Every Nigerian, in fact, in schools, in primary schools, secondary schools, these things should be taught. I was furious when I saw what happened at that scene. Yes, the people innocently they were just trying to save lives, but they had no basic idea or knowledge about emergency rescue operations. These are basic things that we take for granted. People
maybe they were taking selfie.
No, the ones taking selfies were different. Other people were taking selfies. Some were reporting live on the social media and the rest. But the people who are actually very brave Nigerians, and they must be commended for doing that. But what I'm saying is that we need to be intentional about letting Nigerians know when there is an emergency, what to do. You don't just drag somebody out of a crash vehicle. You can injure the spine. You can do a lot of things in your attempts, and you have a very good intention. You want to save life, but if you don't have the basic knowledge, you end up messing the whole situation. And trust the international media, they feasted on that, and they gave the impression that we are a group of people who don't understand whatever it is, which is really not the case.
Well, Lawrence, you see, there are quite a lot of things that we have taken for granted. Emergency or rescue operation, just like security, is for everybody. Do you know that when we were in primary school, we were told that there was and still the need for a first aid box?
Yes, even in our homes. Even how many of us have that?
How many of us do have it?
Even the elite.
But the evil thing is this, that we were even taught in a far-flung primary school that there was the need for it. It's something commendable. Whether we heed to that or not is a different thing. But the thing is this, there is a job well cut out for all of us. There is a need for us to go back to the basics. This is where the road safety comes in and the National Orientation Agency primarily. And I am saying this, that we can start all over again. The new renaissance. These are basic things. What do you do where there is no doctor? That is the question.
Yeah. How do you stop bleeding? How do you rescue somebody? How do you carry the person from the accident scene pending the arrival of paramedics and so on?
Since we are CITIZE FM, let us champion this.
All right, we will. And Mr. Salami, yesterday there was also a sad incident involving our colleagues, journalists in faraway Gombe. 7 journalists were killed in a road accident. They were actually coming back from a wedding ceremony of a colleague. And this is the story. 7 journalists died on Monday in an auto crash along the Yola Kumo Road. The victims, some of who were members of the Nigerian Television Authority, were returning from wedding ceremony of a colleague held in Birani local government of the state when the accident occurred. Preliminary report attributed the accident to a burst tire on the bus conveying the journalists from the wedding ceremony. Sad one there.
Oh God. Lawrence, grief, that's the word. I really don't know what to say to this. Why? We must wait for the report from the road safety. The bus tire. Why? How did it happen? We know accidents do happen. And we know that life could be lost. But the truth is this. Was there negligence? If there was, on whose part?
Was the vehicle in
was
good
the
shape?
vehicle okay? Was the tire all right? And what was the condition of the road? And what was the condition of the driver driving? Quite many things that we don't have the information. As such, I will not be able to comment other than as a human being. The loss of life is a source of grief to anybody.
Absolutely. All right, Mr. Let's move on to the cable newspaper. Court rules local governments can access UBEC funds directly without state interference. A federal high court in Abuja has ruled that local governments can access funds directly from the Universal Basic Education Commission without the interference of the State Universal Basic Education Board. And delivering judgment, Justice Emeka Nwite, the presiding judge, ruled that the Constitution are inconsistent with, Section 11 and 3 of the UBE Act 2004 are inconsistent with the 1999 Constitution and therefore null, void, and of no effect. In his ruling, the judge declared that local government system is the third and autonomous tier of government designated by the Constitution and administered by law enacted by the House of Assembly in accordance with the Constitution and not an appendage or an extension of the state government. The judge also noted that the National Assembly lacked power to enact laws placing local government education authorities under state supervision.
Fantastic. And this Justice Nwite, I've been watching him. You know, there are some judges that, by their pronouncements, they make laws. The liberals. Right? And it reminded me of the era of the Supreme Court.
Exactly.
The golden era. Where justices or judges of the Supreme Court that time, I'm talking of Justice Kayode Esho, I'm talking of Justice Chukwudifu Oputa. I'm just talking of Mohammed Uwais. I'm talking of Karibi White. I'm talking of Justice Idigbe. I'm talking of Obaseki and so many others. These were justices. These were learned men on the bench. These were people who advanced and deepened our jurisprudence. And when you read their judgment, you say, yes, indeed, they were my lords. Why am I saying this? They were more interested in the substantive justice and not technicalities.
Exactly.
They were poised, or they were more concerned about doing substantial justice. And it was on justice that any society could stand. Did the Nwite did, my Lord Nwite did yesterday. Nwite did, my Lord Nwite did yesterday. It clarify the position of the tiers of government. The Constitution of Nigeria is the ground norm. It's the supreme law, and not any other law that is inconsistent with the provisions of the Constitution is, to the extent of the inconsistency,
declared and void.
A nullity. And that the UBEC Act is not superior to
the Constitution.
And that whatever is contained in the UBEC Act, must, to all forms and purposes, be consistent with the provision of the Constitution. And the man so held. So, the road is clear for all the local governments to access funds from the Universal Basic Education Commission. That is the position. But now the truth is this: now that the judgment has been passed, do even our local government understand how to go about it? In some local governments, do the chairmen, do they even understand the basic rudiments of governance? Who exactly are the chairmen or even the council members? I'm so sorry to tell you this, that in our own area there was a vulcanizer. And I've been saying it that democracy as it is being practiced in this part of the world, if it is not suited or if it is not adapted to suit our peculiarity, may not give us what is needed, because it makes some basic assumptions where it is being practiced. There was some basic assumptions that you have recertained and you possess so thing. But a situation whereby you could even be president in Nigeria with a secondary school certificate or attempted. So what exactly are we saying? A friend always tell me that when you pay peanuts, you get monkeys.
Absolutely. I think for me it's a good judgment. I hope the state governments will not appeal. That's one. Then two, it's one thing for that judgment to be made. It's another thing for the governors. We can see even the Supreme Court judgment. Up to now, the president had to even virtually threaten to withdraw or to deduct the monies at source from the state governments. Just to tell you, almost a year, more than a year after that landmark judgment. And you remember, Mr. Salami, we were talking in the newsroom yesterday. We were saying, what exactly is it with the state government and monies belonging to local government?
Lawrence, we should stop pretending that we don't know. We should stop pretending that we don't know. We do know. It is this same one and only one cancerous thing, the cankerworm that has eaten deep, corruption, at the highest level.
Sad. Anyway, just like you said, we hope that the local governments will take advantage of this new judgment and put in efforts, because there are a lot. Sometimes you see that even when there are arrangements for funds to go to local governments in terms of maybe foreign direct interventions, and they require the state government to pay their counterpart fundings before the funds is made. Sometimes for like 4 or 5 years, some states don't even apply. They do not assess at all. They don't even bother.
Of course. That's why I'm telling you that it's one thing for the fund to be there. It's another thing. Look at the TED fund. We have read it times and times over that there are funds still waiting
to be assessed.
So what do you do?
All right, Mr. Salmi, let's go back to politics proper. This day newspaper has a story. Wike is saying Fubara is not Rivers APC leader. He decided late, re-elections not guaranteed. And he criticizes Wike's approach to politics. He declares he decided to quit. Okay, let's read the story. Minister of Federal Capital Territory in Wike, during a long-winded media chat yesterday, insisted that in spite of the defection of the Rivers State Governor Siminalayi Fubara from the PDP to APC, he was not the APC leader in the state. While Wike, while mocking Fubara, said he took the decision late and his defection to APC did not guarantee his re-election in 2027. The former Rivers State governor boasted that he remained the leader of politics in the state, claiming that his supporters control the local governments and war structure across the state. And Wike further dismissed insinuation in some quarters that Fubara's defection to the APC automatically made him the party's leader. Instead, said the governor did not have structures that would guarantee him leadership of the party.
Well, I think what we were discussing in the newsroom, we saw this coming.
Yes.
We saw this coming. And so soon. It came so soon. Well, you see, on paper and going by the APC
The convention or tradition.
and constitution, Fubara is the leader of APC in Rivers State. There is this, I'm not a lawyer, but I'm aware of the de facto de jure principle. Is that right? Well, Lawrence, another drama is
Unfolding.
Let us sit back and watch.
But for me, Mr. The question I wanted to ask, pardon my naivety, is the FCT minister a member of the APC in Rivers State? How does he know who is the leader of the party in that state or not?
Lawrence, I told you that even Ogunde will wish in his grave. But it is good. It is good. You know, we need things like this. It is therapeutic. And you know that Wike, Barrister Yeson Wike is the master of the art of drama. And like I told a friend yesterday that there is still the need for caution on the part of the performing governor. You can't have it all, but I want to believe that circumspection should be the word. And my people always say that when the drum begins to beat too loud,
It's about to.
I'm leaving it for you.
All right. I know that we are out for a lot of drama. And yesterday, even in that interview, the FCT minister did not spare his erstwhile friend, governor of your state. And there were a lot of darts thrown in his direction. And you see, in politics, these things are, for a lot of us, we just sit back and enjoy the optics and the drama that come with it. But seriously, public officials, leaders are supposed to be spending a lot of time debating policies, debating issues that will affect the generality of the people, and not personalities. Nobody's interested on who graduated when, who has much money, who is living large. Those things are just for bragging right. It doesn't affect the man on the street at the end of the day.
Lawrence, when Professor Wole Soyinka said something about a family, that the intelligent quotient of the family stopped
at a certain
level. So you think he didn't know what he was saying? What the quality of public office holders today, and what is going on in the political arena today? Look at when politics was dialogue in governance. Look at the caliber of those who played politics and what was achieved. The likes of Chief Obafemi Awolowo, the sage, Mbadiwe, Azikiwe, Ahmadu Bello. They raised the level of political discussion in such a way that they raised the bar. And up to today, unfortunately, even while they were trying to engage in sarcasm, KO not okay. Shakers and mover. When comes to become man of timber
and caliber
and juggernaut. KO Mbadiwe. You see.
And you double me, I tackle you.
If you tackle me, I double you. They too had their own scenery, but it was constructive.
Oh boy.
And not this banal, quote and unquote. I'm using this advisedly. So banal, and there was nothing really robust, even in their discourse. If they are thought like a quality discourse, there is a need for us to engage in decent political conversation. But can you give what you don't have?
That is a multi-million naira question. And the question I always ask some of our leaders, what do you stand for? What are you known for? Stripped of political parties, stripped of your religion, stripped of your ethnicity, what do you stand for? When they mention your name, what do people remember? Politicians are identified for standing for certain level of discourse, certain level of policies. In health system, what do you stand for? In terms of education, where do you stand? It's not just general criticism, I can do this better, I'm the best person for the job. Anybody can say that. But have you thought through a policy, broken it down, even written a book on it that will be the go-to anytime anybody is talking about healthcare? They refer to your document. They refer to your well-researched position, and they say, yes, this is what this person is. And over the years, people refer to it. And not just sit down and be mouthing a lot of things. And Nigerians, we enjoy the drama, we get carried away. We own, according to you, say ownership of collective ownership of thieves and things. We just take sides. And for us, once you identify a politician and you have sympathy for him, whatever he says is what you take, hook, line, and sinker. You don't ask questions. You don't search.
Lawrence, there is no way that we will not come back to something. There is just no way that you discuss politics. Engaging politics, robust politics, and policies in the real sense of the word that you not mention about Obafemi Awolowo.
Exactly.
On every policy or issue, he had a position, well researched, and he wrote many books on it. The outcome is what the Southwest is enjoying today.
Well, food for thought, and we hope that our leaders are listening, and we hope that even the younger generation is listening, because it's for them. They need to ask those critical questions. They need to change the narrative. It's no longer us versus them. It's no longer, it's a turn of the South or turn of the North. Those arguments are outdated. It's no longer is a Christian or a Muslim. Those things don't matter. Events over the years have shown that those things don't matter. Those things are just there to keep the people in check. That's it. But what are the questions? First question, what is your pedigree? What have you done in the last 20 to 30 years for humanity, for your community? What do you stand for in times of crisis? What has been your position? Are you an enabler of crisis? Are you known for instigating violence? These are critical questions that young ones should ask up, because they are going to come out very soon.
What is your perception?
The floodgate is going to be open. Everybody is going to come out. Everybody will want to contest for the president. Everybody want to be a governor. People are going to come out with all sorts. But you can sift if you know what to ask.
What is your perception of politics?
Exactly.
Why do you want to go into politics? Clearly today, the most lucrative industry today is politics. Whether you like it or not. When we make policies this attractive in such a way that a vulcanizer turned councillor earns more than a professor, what do you expect? And over the night, you get a SUV. What do you expect? He buys a filling station, a petrol station, and people will hail him. To what end do you put politics? Is he a vehicle to render selfless service, or an avenue for amassing wealth?
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Salman Salami. Always a pleasure to have you on the show.
Thank you very much. It's a welcome thing, and let us make this more participatory.
Exactly. And I remember one song that one of those musicians used to sing. It says, "See them coming." Very soon, you are going to see them coming. Nigerians, as we say, shine your eye. People are going to come to you. People are going to come with promises, with bags of rice, with loaves of bread, with a few words of the naira, promising heaven and earth. Don't be carried away. Well, that's our package on the show today. My name is Lawrence Moite. Enjoy the rest of your day. Tomorrow it's another day, 7 a.m. bright and early.